Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Breezy. If you are not new here, you're back. Thank you for coming back to my video. So today what I want to talk about basically is the, let's say, top 5 excuses that not only myself, we hear as coaches. The top 5 excuses or reasons that people aren't joining CrossFit or take a while to join CrossFit or even pursue fitness in general, not necessarily CrossFit, but some of these do apply more so, just that we hear more frequently in CrossFit situations. Start out by saying, if you don't know, my family and I own a gym, a CrossFit gym. I'm a coach here and I deal with new members, athletes of all ages, ability levels, experience every single day, and I've heard all of it. Even if this is not related to CrossFit, I've heard just excuses like this from the person next to me. It doesn't have to be CrossFit. But I just want to kind of start out with like the common excuses that I do hear, because you know, sometimes all it takes is someone to hear that it's basically a load of crap. Like that it's not really, you know, a valid reason for not pursuing fitness. And before we get into it, you need to reevaluate the way you think about fitness, because you need to focus on the rest of your life being healthy as possible. It's not like, oh, I want to look good in a bathing suit this summer. Like, that's not what we're about. That's not what it's about. Of course, that's a great piece of it. Like, that's fine. You can want that. We all do, but we're here for health. So probably like the biggest excuse that we hear, I don't know. I can't really rank them. One of the biggest excuses we hear is the excuse of, I don't have time. So we can go a million ways from that, but number one, you'll make time if you're serious about it and you're passionate about being healthy and working on your fitness. You'll come before work, you'll come after work, you'll go on your lunch break. Maybe there's days you can't make it at all, but you'll still come 3 days a week, 4 days a week on the days that you can. We have members that come here at 5 in the morning, leave by 6 a.m., go out, take care of their kids, go to work, shower, eat, whatever, and they're done their stuff and they're ready to go to work by 7 or 6:30, whenever it is. We also have people that come at night. We have people that come and do our 7 p.m. classes. They're here till 8 p.m. and then they go home. Like, that's a late night after a long day of work, but they care about it and they're passionate about it. You have to want to be healthy and want to pursue your fitness journey to commit to those things. The second one we hear a lot is that it's too expensive. This is where this particularly pertains to CrossFit, because an example of our gym is an unlimited membership monthly is $165. 3 times a week is $145, and then we have a punch card, which is 10 visits for $150. Those are just like the general memberships. We have student, we have discounts, all this stuff. But just so you're aware of like what we're talking about as far as money goes. So a lot of people will try it out, really like it, and say they can't afford it. And I'm not bashing you because I don't know your situation. I'm not gonna say you can afford it, like, what's your problem? I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is evaluate the things you're spending money on. Are they more important than your health? I get Starbucks pretty frequently. Maybe you get coffee every single day somewhere you're going. Add that up, see how much money that is. Do you really need all the channels on your cable? There's so many things you can actually think about that you're spending in your day-to-day life that, yeah, it might be tough to cut out at first, but when you really think about it, can you put a price on your health? I don't care if that sounds corny. Like, we have people here that have fought disease, fought cancer, fought all this stuff because they're actually making their health a priority, and that's what it comes down to. You have to really care about that. Don't you want to live as long as possible? Be in the best condition? Like, do you want to be old and crotchety as hell when you're 60 or 70 years old? Like, nobody wants that. Third reason is if you come to us and you say, you know, well, I have a shoulder issue, or I hurt my knee last year, or, you know, my back hurts really easily. Okay, those things are valid, but the first thing you have to evaluate and think about is a very popular reason that some of these things are hurting and uncomfortable is if you haven't really been doing anything as far as fitness goes. That's probably a big reason that you're having those problems. You know, are you carrying a lot of extra weight? You're not working any of your muscles. You're not getting out and moving every day. Everything's stiff, tight, it's underworked. You know, a lot of people will come in and then they'll start to kind of feel some things going on, like, oh, that's really sore, or like, you know, like, this started bothering me a little bit, which is okay, and we would never push anybody past injury, but the part that you have to understand is that if you've been very sedentary for a while, you're using a lot of muscles and things you haven't done before, and guess what? feeling those things is better than sitting on your couch at home and getting closer and closer to chronic disease or, you know, diabetes or being overweight or whatever it is, being unhappy with yourself. Honestly, the biggest thing about that is there's no limitations here. We modify anything and everything for anyone. I have members that are 70, 80 years old, and then I have kids that are 13, 14, 15, and anything in between. Excuse number 4 is I have to get in shape first. No. That's the reason we're here, for people to get in shape. We're worried about your health, your fitness. We're gonna get you in shape by coming here. You can come straight off the couch and never have done any physical activity in your life, and we're gonna help you. People think they have to get in shape first because they think that CrossFit is, you know, for all these uber competitive people and it's really hard for everybody, when they don't understand that we are here scaling and modifying everything for a lot of people. And you don't have to be any amount of fit before you come in here. That's one is I'm too old. We do hear that a lot. And you know what? The biggest thing is it's never too late, especially when it comes to your health. So we always talk about her, but we have a couple members. One is Marguerite. She is in her 70s. When she came in, she could barely do a burpee, get down on the floor and get back up. You know, it's tough playing with her grandkids and stuff like that. And now she's 2 years in and doing things that are absolutely insane. And she's so driven and she loves it. And she's here like almost every day. My mama, my grandma is 80. She comes in almost every morning and she's totally modifying things, but she's crushing it. And she's getting her blood flowing and she's doing so many more things that she wouldn't be doing if she wasn't coming in here, and she's having a good time and she's sweating a little bit. That's honestly probably one of the worst excuses, saying you're too old, because that's when you should really be concerned about your health. So take all these excuses. If you've ever said any of these, if you've heard any of your family, friends, coworkers, anybody around you say any of these, talk to them about it, or think about it for yourself if you've said any of these. You know, there's a lot more excuses than what I listed. Those are just really popular ones we hear. And I don't want this to be a negative video. I just want to basically like point out those 5 things, say why they're invalid, why you should pursue fitness anyway, and why you should really, you know, make it a priority. Put yourself first. You need to focus on your health. We want to be here as long as possible. At least I do. I hope you do too. And I want to have a really good life doing it. And I want to be in the best shape I can be, so I can run and jump and do these things when I'm 60, 70, 80, you know. Focus on longevity and the things that really matter to you in your life, your family, your friends. You want to be around for them as long as possible. And anything that's stopping you from pursuing fitness, probably one of those reasons or something similar, isn't a good enough excuse. So attack it head on, get over it, get past it, and I promise you'll be so happy you did. A lot of people are. So yeah, short, quick, to the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, click the button down below, and have a great day.